You're watching the Juice Consumer Direct podcast. I'm Carson Poppenger, and I'm joined here today with Jacob Thorpe and Justin Jump from the Squeeze team. And we're going to talk a little bit about, we want to start it off today just talking a little bit about fantasy football because it is football season, and this is a time of year that we love. We've got a couple of leagues that we run in our office. It gets pretty competitive. We've got some prizes and trophies and things like that.
We just had our draft this week.
Just had our draft. This is the second year we've talked about this on the podcast too.
Yeah. Carson, would you like to share your draft grade?
Yeah. D minus.
D minus. Could be worse.
I got hammered.
You got hammered.
A plus over here in one, and then a D minus in the other.
I feel like that can be a real, like a bad omen. An A plus with Yahoo, where we play on Yahoo, is not always a good thing.
Yeah. I don't put too much stock in those draft grades. It's a little like chink in the armor a little bit, but
hurts
the ego.
But you're a man with convictions.
That's right.
And you went and got your guys.
You got my guys.
And that's important. So how are your teams looking?
Well, like in our one draft, I was like, I had the first pick. And it was like, do I take, Jamar Chase, or do I go with a running back? And of the running backs, I had Bijan last year, and I'm like, I don't want to take Bijan number one, this year. So it was Gibbs. I was like, he's my guy in the Lions. He's Detroit. I'm going to take Gibbs. So I took Gibbs number one, which is probably like, immediately ding me on that, I'm sure. But I think he's going to be probably more dependable and that rotation than like Chase. Chase, could get injured with all of his action.
I mean, I think there's an argument that Jahmyr Gibbs is like the most electric. He can make stuff happen
Pass catcher.
every time he touches the ball. Because our league's funny because we've got bonus points for 40-yard plays and 40-yard touchdowns. And we've got bonuses for 100 yards, rushing, 200. Yeah, so it's a pretty high-scoring league. I had the first this year, and I went Jamar Chase for that reason.
Yeah.
Because Jamar Chase is one of those guys. I remember last year, whenever I was playing the guy with Jamar Chase, I was like, please, like, no 60-yard touchdowns. Because I feel like Jamar Chase is just a big play waiting to happen every single game. Every time you watch the Bengals, it's like the dude can take
Burrow's going to throw it to him.
Yeah, I picked up Chase, number one league, and then CD in the other. And CD, look, I know you got Dak on the other end, which
that's going to ding your draft grade.
It's always concerns
Wait, you picked
me.
him first overall?
CD
first overall?
Yeah.
Hey,
because I was fifth pick.
And where did CD go to college?
You didn't drink either, did you? You don't drink.
CD went to the University of Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner.
Okay.
And so there's
the loyalty's coming to play.
Your Oklahoma showing.
This generally is my downfall in fantasy football. See, I love college football, and so I follow those players back into the NFL, usually from the university that I like. But I also pick up on other universities of players who did really well.
Because you have to.
And I just follow them into the draft, and that's usually who I end up picking up because I've watched them play so much.
There aren't enough Sooners.
I'm biased against Ohio State players.
There's not enough Sooners.
I just never going to pick up Justin Fields.
Yeah. Ohio State's hard to avoid. There's a lot of those guys, a lot of Buckeyes. Did you get Baker?
I got Baker in one league. Yeah. I picked him up.
How many leagues
purposely.
Are you doing?
Just two.
Oh, okay.
Just two. I'm in our Squeeze League, and then I'm in the one with Paul.
Oh, the America one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that one as well. My team in the Squeeze League and that league are almost identical. Like I just went and got my guys that I liked, and hopefully it works out.
Mine's very different.
Really?
Very different.
Yeah, I got Jamar Chase at like the 5 spot in that one, and then I got Jamar Chase at the 1 spot in our league.
Jacob and I, we face off week 1 in one of the leagues.
Carson and I always end up playing in the playoffs, and how it goes is Carson's the worst team in the playoffs, but he squeaks in there, and I'm the top seed, and somehow he has his best week of the season every time he plays in the playoffs. That happened last year. It sure did. It always does. There was one year I was up by 29 points going into in the playoffs, and Carson played the Dallas defense, and they had 31 points. It was the Monday night game.
Because they had Parsons.
It was the Monday night game, not anymore.
It's because they had Parsons.
Rip. Look it up. I don't know. It was probably 2 years ago. It was the Monday night game.
Books.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You had like a less than 1% chance to beat me. And as the game's going, I'm like, there's no way.
There was a year we split.
I think it was against the Chargers, maybe?
We split the championship in another year.
Stove, can you verify that?
Yeah. Because there was an injury. The Bills defenseman that ended up going down with that hit.
Oh yeah.
And the game ended.
Oh yeah. The
and that
DeMar
was
Hamlin
the DeMar Hamlin game, and that was the championship game, and we were playing each other. And I can't remember the whole outcome, but we just
It was
decided.
Bills Bengals.
I was
right?
up. I just want to say I was up, but
You were up, but I had Josh Allen and Jamar Chase left to play. So
but the game was over. So yeah, you probably would have won it.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one. We ended up splitting it,
Yeah,
which was the right thing to do, I think.
yeah.
Maybe controversial.
It's controversial. We both won on the trophy, I think.
Yeah.
Had to split it.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for the season to start. Stowe, do you have that?
Yeah. It says the Cowboys defense scored 30 points
Ooh.
week 13 of the 2023 season. So I'm guessing that was the first week of your playoffs, perhaps?
Must have been. Was it against the Chargers?
No, it was against the Giants at
Against
home.
the Giants at home. Okay. How many sacks did they have? Can you see that?
Yeah.
I think it was like 9 or something.
Crazy amount of sacks.
I think I streamed them probably too. I just picked up the Cowboys that
You
week.
just play whoever the Giants are playing.
They had 6 sacks, a pick 6. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Knocked
of points.
me out.
Yeah.
Well,
with a stream defense.
Yeah.
I picked up the Cowboys defense before Parsons left, so it's we'll see how that goes this year. They're also my team. I don't like to admit it, but
I
that's
think
what-
I think Dak's going to be good this year because that Dallas defense is diabolical. No,
Yeah.
sorry, they're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be very good this year.
we got some draft picks coming up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be
If your
excited
young guys,
about
if your
that,
young guys pan out, it'll be good. But I think you guys are going to have to sling it, which is why I think Dak is a good. And
Yeah.
CD, I think that's a really good. And I think George Pickens is going to be awesome too because I think they're going to be playing from behind a lot this year.
we should have picked up Henry in the offseason.
Derrick
Derek.
Henry. Well, yeah. I mean,
Should've done
or yeah, because you guys got that running back, that draft pick, Jadon Blue, right? And it's him and Javonte Williams. And Javonte hasn't been good. So you guys, I don't think you guys will be able to run the ball that well either.
No.
You're just gonna be slinging it. Who's your backup quarterback when Dak goes down with his ankle
It's
injury?
I always forget his name.
It's not Cooper Rush anymore, right?
I don't remember who it was.
Stove's got this.
Stove, back up.
Cowboys backup.
First, without looking, Ben DiNucci. Is that
No.
was he there at some point? Because Cooper Rush went somewhere else.
Cooper Rush left.
He was pretty good when Dak was out 2
He
years
was
ago.
good. He played well.
Competent.
Oh, they got Joe Milton.
Joe Milton.
Milton.
The
That
guy-
guy will just
That's right.
75
Alabama.
yard
Deep
flat
arm.
footed.
Yeah.
That's right. So we'll see.
I'm excited. Who do you have in the championship this year? I know who Carson has.
In the NFL championship?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going bold here. I'm going Tampa Bay.
Wow.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
What do you like about him?
Mayfield.
Yeah. Look, I think he has the mojo back. I think he has the team fired up. I think they played really well last year. I think they were just missing a little bit of. I mean, you got your wide receiver core healthy again.
Ton
And they
of
were
weapons.
solid. You got Bucky. Like, it's going down this year.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think they'll make a deep run.
So that's who you have out of the NFC. Who do you have out of the AFC?
Haven't thought about the AFC very much. Who do you have out of the AFC? Because I see
Baltimore.
Baltimore for
Baltimore
sure
could definitely make
for
it.
sure could. I would love to see the Bengals make a run, but I don't think their defense is going to be strong enough this year to do
Yeah.
that. I think they're going to score a ton of points. I'm guessing I could see the Bills doing it this year. I think Josh.
I mean, you
Allen,
can never count
I'd love,
that out.
I'd love to see Josh Allen get one, and then the Chiefs always.
I don't know. We'll see.
Who do you got, Stove?
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
I mean, other teams who might do it, you got Broncos people are talking about a lot.
Yeah.
Why is this year the Chiefs' year for you, Stove?
It's every year is the Chiefs' year.
All right.
7 straight AFC championship appearances, 9 straight divisional
Well, you can't
championships.
Andy Reid at the helm.
Andy
you
Reid.
can't fight against it.
Still got
They'll always
Mahomes.
be there.
Mahomes will be back. He had a down year. Still played pretty good, but
Kelsey's got wedding planning going on, though.
Yeah.
That could be a
Hey,
distraction.
I've read that Kelsey's down 25 pounds.
It's either a
and
distraction
he's
or
looking quite limber out there.
He's a
That's what I
handsome-
heard.
it's going
been
to
working out.
turn,
That's what I heard.
turn his age around.
Brand ambassador for some golf wear or something I saw.
Is he?
And I saw there was American Eagle.
Maybe.
Maybe it was
I
like
don't
he's
know.
like,
Was that Travis Kelce?
I think it was Travis Kelce. I saw something about that. Anyway, well, this has been fun. We could talk about fantasy football all day. Obviously, on this podcast, we like to talk about marketing and sales engagement and sales experience. And we're going to talk a little bit today about some of the projects that we've done and where there's been huge scaling up and down, seasonality, big swings in staffing and things like that. And we've dealt with that on a number of different projects. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today and get some thoughts and ideas. With Justin on our team over the recruiting and training development, he's been a huge part of us scaling up and down projects, moving pieces around, as well as Jacob with our client services, working with clients when they have big needs to grow. Obviously, I think for us, the biggest time that we see scaling down and up would be like beginning of the year, we scale up March, April, May. Hiring always seems to boom for our clients and projects are always on the upswing. And so we see a big curve with hiring in the first, second quarter. And then we see typically things start to slow a little bit in the fourth quarter and as we go through the holidays and the new year. But what are some of your thoughts on what we've experienced with scaling, Jacob?
Yeah, I heard, I can't remember who it was that said this, but it was something like in Q1 you plant seeds, in Q2 you nurture them, in Q3 you harvest, and then in Q4 you appreciate the Q4 helps you appreciate, the warmer times. Yeah. And I like that analogy because I think a lot of the preparation for the year happens, like we've been talking about Q4 literally all year. Mm-hmm. In Q1, I mean, y'all are in the meetings, we're saying, okay, in Q4, this is what we think our pipeline is going to look like. We're trying to project out, realizing that there's going to be this natural downturn that always happens. Budgets constrict. People are trying to kind of shore up their financials for the end of the year, depending on what industry
Vacations happen.
Prepping for tax season.
Yeah,
people start going
December,
out of town.
You've got no one in the office for the last 2 weeks of the month, and you can't get anyone to respond to your emails. It's just these things kind of happen where momentum is lost. And so I think the first thing I'd say is as you're dealing with these ebbs and these flows is to predict as much of it as possible and do what you can to counter it.
So you can prepare.
And then if you've done that, you're at least ready for it. It's not an emergency. It's not an all hands on deck. I'd much rather be proactive about it than reactive because it's really, really hard to react in Q4 when you're not getting the momentum that you were in previous quarters or the response.
I'm thinking of some specific situations that we encountered where it was kind of interesting back in 2020. I think it was the end of 2020. It was the fourth quarter. It was December. It was like November, December. We had a client that all of a sudden was sort of pausing for the rest of the year. And we had like 50 or 60 people working on that project. And we were, trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do with these folks so that we can, keep them working, keep them productive? What can they work on? And we really didn't have many options. And it was December. And we actually, out of the blue, received a phone call from a financial services firm who was scaling up some work that they were doing for small businesses. And they said, we need 60 people like next week. And that allowed us to quickly pivot and keep those people engaged and put them onto a project that they could be productive on. And it was amazing how that sort of all fit together and worked out, really, frankly. I was just amazed that came together like it did.
Manna from heaven.
It was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like this total miracle that phone call came in. And that was just, really helped us finish out the year and then start the next year strong too. So any thoughts on that, Jacob? Remember that when that happened?
I do remember that happened. And I don't know. I think me and you talk a lot about this. And I think there's, you've got to be flexible and quick enough and agile enough to adapt when those opportunities come and take advantage. Right now we have a partner who has asked us basically over the course of 2 months to go from 0 to 100 reps and jump. This has put just like a crazy strain on you and your team because not only are we trying to like hire reps, whether those reps are new reps or reps that are on existing projects and transitioning over to that partner, the burden is the same because we're having to take all these reps, we're having to train them, and we're having to place them on a bunch of different projects. How many people did you hire last month?
188.
That's wild. And from those 188, how much notice did you have for those? Or were you just kind of getting orders the week before saying this is what we need next week?
Yeah, good question. So we generally are about a week in advance. So my recruiting team, we have a hiring sheet, and most of our operations team just plugs in how many new hires they actually need into that sheet, and then we just go off of that. And so we usually have about, I would say, a week and a half to prep for that. And for the past 2 months now, we've been hiring at least 40 to 45 people every week. So recruiting team's been busy.
What are we pushing on headcount now? I mean, we're well over 500, right?
Yeah, we were at 563 as of this last Monday.
Yeah, that's crazy. So now we're pushing 600.
Which is 50% larger than where we were at this time last year.
Yeah, which just goes to show the growth that we've had.
Yeah.
But we also have to be able to take advantage of these opportunities when they come, like you're talking about. And you don't always know when that call's going to come. That's the next big opportunity. You prepare and you do all these things that you can to put yourself in a position to be ready for it when it comes, and to be agile enough to take advantage when it does.
What are some of the things that you've been doing, Jump, to get more of the right people into the recruiting pool and to hire those numbers? You know, what are some of the tactics and strategies that your team's been using?
Yeah. We have a very specific niche as far as who we're looking for to come work for us, and that's kind of one of the things that sets us apart is we look for the person who, and I'll be very clear and honest, we don't have a lot of experience with our sales reps. Generally, it's their first sales job, or sometimes it's even their first job whenever they go into college. So what we're looking for is somebody who is reliable, somebody who is coachable, but we're also looking for somebody who's very driven, and that all comes down to getting to understand what their background is, what they're going into school for, what they're wanting to do with their own career, and so on and so forth. And we're hiring a bunch of driven college students, and that's really how we're able to go out and accomplish the high goals and standards that are set for us from our partners day in and day out. And then I think from there, just setting the expectations early inside of training as to who we are and what we expect, and as they understand those expectations and follow through on those expectations, we're able to go deliver those high results.
How many of those new hires, or maybe what percent of them, were referrals?
So last month in August, we were at 64%. On the year, we were roughly around 67% referral
so 64% of the 100 and, how many did you say, 180?
Yeah. 188.
Oh my gosh. So almost 200, 64%. So 120 of those reps were referrals. Like, that's incredible.
Known people that are, have a friend or relationship on our team.
And it drives better performance. We actually did some research where those who were non-referrals actually took longer to bonus or hit bonus metrics.
Higher turnover.
Higher turnover too. Quicker turnover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be interesting to look at. I feel like there's a lot of deep dives you could do into that data, like what projects where they moved on to a project with their referrer, were they seated next to them at the office? Like, I bet there's a bunch of things from a morale perspective that could impact that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
That's huge.
I think we that's the nice part about the position we're in at Squeeze is we the partners who are working with us, they need the bodies, right? And they're not often able to hire those bodies, which is why they reach out to us to do the work for them in the first place. But as you talked about earlier, we're prepared for the seasonality. We're prepared to, take on these drastic needs and in a split second, like that's what we're set up to do. So,
well, and props to Carson for having the foresight to get another floor in our office. When he did it, I'm like, I don't know if I have the pipeline to fill this right now. And he's like, no, we're going to need it. And sure enough, like, we're full on every floor now.
How cool. All three floors, right?
As a risk, it was just sort of looking at the timing and everything like that. And we're like, okay, we're going to need more space here soon. And
now he's starting to think about the next.
I know. I was like, we need more space. And it's just the fishbowl's got to get bigger, right?
Yeah.
And And so,
Yeah, the pond is definitely getting bigger for us.
that's right.
It's definitely getting bigger. We're yeah, I think a lot about that. We talked about this in one of our meetings, that as the pond gets bigger, how you level up as an organization and how the people level up, and the opportunities and the problems that you face are unique and they're new because you're growing and you're having to go through those growing pains together. It's fun to be a part of that.
I just had a thought on some of the hiring. You know, with all the hiring demands, what's the next hiring class you have? How big does it need to be? You guys have plans right now?
For next week, it's dropped a little bit. It's about 20.
20 people. So
that's between all sites.
that'd be like previously that'd be like a normal class for us to hire to 20 people to start in a week. But you know, even with that goal and that knowing that we're going to probably need more folks, you know, I had someone reach out and they were a return employee that wanted to come back, and not, you know, talking specifics or anything, but, you know, I said, hey, here's somebody that's interested in coming back. I don't know who they are, but they messaged me or something like that. And, you know, the feedback was that they just probably not a fit because maybe they weren't coachable before or something like that. Like
bad QA scores.
Bad QA scores.
Who was this rep?
I'm not going to name names.
I'm just kidding.
But I mean, that's the thing. But like some companies would say, "Oh, you want to come back? You worked with us before. You know our systems. Sure, come back. Jump on the phone." We don't do that. Like we're like, no, it does not a fit. It doesn't make sense. Bad QA scores, not coachable, things like that. It's not something we want to deal with. So we'd rather
our pond's a little bit bigger now.
Yeah, our pond's a little bit. Let's go with someone that maybe we can pick up that's motivated, they're hungry, and they're teachable, and bring them in instead. And so we'd rather start with maybe an unknown than to go back, even though that would be the easy thing to do. Is like, oh, let's just plug this person back in. I think there's plenty of companies in our environment that do what we do that would just take that person back. And I think we were there at one point too when we were much smaller. It's like we made decisions differently, and you know, we'd probably just say, sure, come on back, even though you're, you know, not going to be that A player that we want. You know, you're a body for the phone kind of a thing. Yeah. And that's not what we do anymore.
But yeah, the motto that I've been trying to live by with how I'm prioritizing my time is it's a Carsonism. If it's not a heck yes, it's a heck no.
Yeah.
And like so when I'm talking to a partner and I'm like, I don't know if this is a fit, then that probably tells me that like it's not a fit because I'm not excited about it. If I'm not texting you about it right after the meeting, it's probably not a fit. Yeah. And it's the same thing with hires. It's the same thing with, you know, the processes that we adapt or that we adopt and that we implement. If it's not a heck yes, it's probably a heck no. Like there needs to be a clear decision to be made.
Right.
Yeah, we just got done with some recruiting events at some colleges, and I think we had over 200 people submit their info to us, and we've been dialing through those this last week, and we've only hired, or when I say we've only hired, we've only accepted 6 or 7 out of those, and that just kind of showcases like
how selective we are.
Yeah, how selective we are, and wanting to make sure we're bringing the right person in and representing our partners to the best of what they're looking for.
What's our applicant pipeline look like? Like over the past 30 days, and you said we've hired 180 last month.
188. Yeah.
How many applicants did we get that we screened?
We screened through. It's generally double that plus. I try to make sure that the recruiters are, if it's a class of 20 or a class of 40, then they're at least doing 80 to 100 interviews during that week, which
that's a lot.
Is insane. I mean, there's you definitely got to make sure the recruiters are on top of that.
That's what we should use our AI agent for, is scheduling appointments.
That would be awesome
for our recruiters.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool.
Awesome.
Be a good use case.
Yeah. We and that's just my standard, right? Like I just want to make sure we're not just accepting the first person that says, yeah, I want to work for you.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good place to be. I had a partner recently say, hey, we only want A players on our project. Mm-hmm. I'm sure all of our partners feel that way.
That's the way we feel.
That's the way we feel. Like we only want A players too, and if you're not an A player, we don't really want you here, which is another reason why those referrals are so important. If you've got an A player that refers someone else, they're going to refer an A player. And like there's self-selection that happens if you're not a culture fit. And we want the culture to attract people that are A players and to dissuade people who are not A players from working there.
They understand what we're doing. They buy in, and they're excited to hit the ground running.
Yeah, and that's amazing that your recruiters are doing that. Like that volume is nuts. I didn't realize that they were because it's not just the interviews that they're doing, but it's the scheduling of those interviews and getting a hold of them and being efficient with their time too. So
yeah, bless them. I know, like I said,
and your training team too,
and the training team. I mean, we just had a class of 1 to 27 ratio, and you never want to have that, but it is what it is. And they did an excellent job being able to go through and make sure that it was the most effective that it could be. And
yeah, shout out Levi.
Yeah. Levi and Matt.
Yeah.
Hats off to the recruiting and training development team, doing a great job.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so important. The last thing that I want to touch on, I know we're running short on time, is scale. We've talked a little bit about this in the past, but scale, when you scale something up like a project, if you don't have your processes really buttoned up, that scale can actually hurt you more than it helps, and it can cause much bigger problems.
Customer experience,
quality. If you have tech issues only become more pronounced with scale. They don't, if you've got availability issues, capacity issues, those things just become much, much bigger problems with more scale. Yeah. Adding more scale to something that's not working well just makes it work worse. It's harder to fix a big problem than it is to fix a small problem. So fix the problems, the small problems early before they become large cracks in the foundation, because that will permeate through everything else that you do. Yeah.
That's your saying, nail it, then scale it.
Nail it, then scale it. That's a book that they had us read in like in business school. It was talking about how you nail the pain, you nail the process, and then you scale it. You can't scale it and then nail it.
Yeah.
Because then you find yourself down a road where you're not sure you're even doing what's going to work.
Right.
While you're working from the back and trying
Putting
to get back
out fires.
to the front. It takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that proactive approach instead of reacting. You're really taking the time to. That is, So I can't claim that one, but I do think it's a great one.
Excellent. Any final thoughts, Justin?
No, I obviously use us if you need us, and we're prepared and ready to handle it and take it on. So always want to be an extension of your brand and who you are, and we're ready to do that. So
I'm ready for some football.
Justin and I will be like texting each other on Saturday night.
Ready to hear Carrie Underwood.
Oh,
just
how does it go? How does the song go? Do you remember?
Are you ready for some football? I can't get as high as
I thought that was good.
I could try. I don't want to.
Okay.
Stove, you know what I mean?
Stove, we need to grab that soundbite with that video.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of something.
I felt something when you sang that.
I got tingles.
That felt good. All right.
Well, thanks so much
guys.
for watching the Juice Consumer Direct podcast. Make sure you give us a follow, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, reach out to us. You can find us on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We'll get to them.
Thank you.